This is our second part of our lesson from the yesterday that we had. And remember, we learned that we have to love God with all of our heart, our soul, our mind, our strength, and love our neighbor as ourselves. And what we talked about is that as children, there's not a whole lot that we can do, maybe like parents can do or adults can do, but we can do little things. And one of the sweetest things that I've always encountered was art projects. Things that my grandchildren brought home, that my children brought home, and it just means so much when someone receives something that's homemade. And I'm just hoping that you maybe gave it some thought. Maybe there's a neighbor, maybe there's a relative that you can send this to when you get it done, all right? Remember I told you about construction paper, so we have construction paper that we're going to be working with. And I don't know if any of you got to trace your hand, all right? But we're going to go through, and I did that so that you can see. I went through and I traced my hand, all right? And you can see I traced my hand, and I did a little bit. I did a step so that it would make it a little quicker, but I traced my hand and I cut it out. So I have my hand, okay? And you're looking at your hand like this, all right? And what we're going to do today is a project we're going to actually glue, and we're going to take it and we're going to glue. See the tips of these fingers? We're going to glue them down. We're going to take glue, and I'm going to just show you this real quick so that you know what you're doing. But we're going to take glue, and it doesn't matter what kind of glue you use, but I just want you to kind of get the feel for it. You can put your hand either way, but you're going to actually have it that your hand is holding a bouquet of flowers, all right? So you could have your hand going this way, or I did one that it's going the opposite way. So it doesn't matter, whatever way works best for you, that is fine. But I think yours is going to be so adorable because your hand, first of all, is tinier. I think it's going to be so sweet to put flowers on there and give that to a neighbor, maybe someone that maybe isn't feeling well that you know of. You can give it to them and put a little message on it and thinking of you, all right? It'll mean so much to them. So again, I took the hand, and we're going to start to bring these fingers over, and this is where you're going to put your glue. See, as you hold it up, you're going to put your glue on the other side, because these fingers are going to bend right over. So we're going to just take a little bit of glue on the top, and we're going to bring it down, and we're going to put it right down. And usually count to about 10. 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1000, 5, 1000, 6, 1000, 7, 1000, 8, 1000, 9, 1000, 10, 1000. That pretty much does the trick, okay? And you keep doing this. All right, keep putting it on there, and as you can see, I continued on, all right, and just keep doing this, but you're only doing it for your fingers. You're leaving your thumb out, okay, because your thumb is holding part of the flowers. Now, in this particular one, I just took little strips of green construction paper, and you can take those construction paper and just cut them very thin, all right, just cut them so they're like little stems, all right? And those will be glued onto the page, all right? So you can do them like that, so you have little stems. I'm just going to do this so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And don't worry if it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Are flowers perfect? I don't think they're perfect. I'm not perfect, so just have fun with it, okay? And you can have a thick stem, you can have a thin stem, it won't matter. And the person getting it will be so thrilled, and they won't even notice what the stem looks like. They'll be just so thrilled. All right, so again, we're just folding these over, and I'm going to do this one real quick so that way you can kind of see exactly what's involved here. And don't worry if you get it on yourself. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's just glue. So just hold on a second. We're going to do this. Get this one done. And then that way you can kind of envision what I have to do next. And you could put 3 flowers, like that one picture that I have has the 3 flowers, okay? And the other one has 5 flowers. You do how many flowers you want. Oh, I didn't hold this long enough, Miss Donna. So put it back there. Get that glue on there. Don't get frustrated if you struggle. Just give it some time, okay? We're not rushing through this. I just want to make sure that you know what you're doing, okay? So here's our hand, and you could do your hand any color you want. Okay, this orange maybe is not the perfect color for a hand, but it's fun, all right? So this is gonna go on a piece of construction paper, and if you have construction paper that's a little bit stiffer, like, you know, I used this chart the other day, and it has like a little stiffer background, that would probably work best. So you can put it on there, and you can put it on a little one, you can put it on a big one, it doesn't matter, but you'll glue that on there. And once that's glued on there, matter of fact, I'm going to take it right now and glue it on here. So you can see, just put a little spot of glue on there, and that glue dries and you won't even see it. Okay, so there you have your hand. Okay, and then we're going to take our stems. I'm going to put our stems on there, and this is where it's a little tricky, but you're just going to take them in there, and then you can just take a little bit of glue. Now the green is not going to show up really well for this, so I didn't even give that thought. But just so you know, the stems are going to be in here, and you're going to glue them on. And I'm just going to glue this right now, just so you can kind of get a feel for it. And then you can move them around a little bit if you want to. These little stems, you could use the paper strips like I said, or the other one I use, these little, I guess these are pipe cleaners, what you call them. These are like a little green. That would be kind of like a stem. You can use those. But use your creativity. You may want to use something completely different. I saw this project, they used straws, which was kind of neat. So you can use straws also. I don't know how well straws glue to paper, but you know what? It's worth a try. You can try it. And then our final one for this one, just because I want to just make it so it's not going to take us forever. Alright? And you could put some of the stems could be a little higher than the others, so that way when you make the flowers, they kind of stand out a little bit better. Get that stem to cooperate. Alright? And just put them like that. And these can be loose if you want to, because when you're holding on to them, those stems at the end are loose. And then what I decided to do, and actually Pastor Stan gave me this idea, was because we were talking about love and being kind to your neighbor, and he goes, oh, we should do flowers with hearts on. And I don't think he really had the idea that I did, but he was making flowers with just hearts, and that's a great idea, because you could do nice little hearts right down, and that would be fun. But I actually put my hearts together to form a flower, so you actually need 4 of them. So like if you're cutting them out, you're actually putting them together, and it makes a nice little flower when you put 4 of them together. And you can put them in different colors. You can put them all the same color, but you can put them together and just glue those together, and then you're going to add them to the top of your picture. This one only has 3. 3 looks kind of pretty too, so you do however you want to. But I want to teach you something about making hearts too, because I'm sure your mom and dad probably have done this. Definitely your mom has done this. But I want to show you something so that way you can use this for a tool, a learning lesson. So maybe if you do flowers ever again, you can do this as well. Is to make hearts. Okay, Valentine's Day you'll make hearts, right? And you can actually just fold your paper and just take a little section, and I'm going to start a new section. I'll start it on this side. You're going to take your paper and just fold it over. You don't need a lot because you're only making small hearts. And you're going to fold it over. And then you can practice this, but it'll take a little bit of practice, but you're actually going to, now you have to make sure it's on the crease because you're going to double it when you cut it. But you're going to actually go through and just make something like this pattern. Okay? This kind of pattern. Can you see it? See how I did that? Because then that could be your pattern for all of your hearts that you're going to do. So let me show you this. You're going to cut it out. And again, we're practicing our cutting skills. We're not in school right now, so it's very important for us to practice these skills. Because I don't know how crafty you are at home. Some people are more crafty than others. So it's good to practice our skills. All right? And when you open this up, what do we see? Is a little heart. Okay? So again, then you can use that as your pattern. So you take it again, put it right where the crease is, all right, on the outside, and then you can make a bunch of flowers, okay, bunch of hearts. And usually each flower takes 4 hearts. But like I said, I did one here with just 3, and it looked nice. You could do some with 3, you could do some with 2, you do however you want to, all right? And you can go right down, if you want to do just 1 pink flower, you'll need 4 of these, and you can just go through, trace them, cut them out, glue them, and have fun, all right? And you could put on here something of thinking of you. You could use the Bible verse if you want to, that we used, okay? And it's right over there, okay? Love your neighbor as yourself, you can use that. Okay, that one came from Luke chapter 10, verse 27. So if you want to use that, feel free to do that. But I want to see how you're doing with these things. If you make one of these and you send it to someone, take a picture of it. Have your mom take a picture with her phone, all right? And send it to PLAID Community Church. Send it to PLAID Kidz, all right? Let us know what you did. we'd love to see it, and then we can post it. I know one of the other projects that we did earlier with the charts, we have a beautiful picture of a flower that a young girl, Austin, did for us, and it's adorable. So if you do these little projects that we do, please share them, okay? And tell us who you sent it to and maybe how it touched their heart, because I think it would really mean a lot, all right? It would give me encouragement. Just like, you know, we want to encourage you to do things, and God wants to encourage you, and Jesus came to encourage us. When you do nice little things like that and you give us feedback, it's very encouraging. And I really appreciate it. So I just hope you have fun with this project. Again, I'm going to hold up a couple of them that I did here, so you can just kind of get some ideas, you know, just to take a look at what we did. I used these little balls, these little fuzzball things, and that was kind of fun. And this one I used some glitter glue on. So you can just kind of take a look at it, and then you can come up with your own ideas, all right? But have fun with it. It was wonderful just learning again, you know, a little bit more of the Bible and learning the importance of just being that good Samaritan, doing things for people without expecting anything in return, and those little kind gestures will go a far distance. So thank you so much, and until we see each other again, God bless.